Hey guys, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on for more great content.
What has been like the worst meta in CS:GO?
The worst meta in CSGO for sure, Krieg. I think it was too overpowered. I think because of that, everything started from people started dueling more. When you had Krieg and AUG, people were dueling because they knew like the weapons was really broken. So
Yeah.
they just got a really hard position to kill on off angle. They put the scope and they just hold. Like for
Easy as
example, I'm
that.
gonna give example like Mirage used when you split B, short and B apps. If you didn't have a Molotov for car for the van, the guy would sit there with a zoom and he hold the short. So it was impossible to kill the guy because you're gonna give him like 2 kills insta, or like that was so OP. I think this meta was the most OP meta I ever seen in my life.
Oh, the worst meta for sure is between the AUG and the Krieg. I don't know which one was the worst. Both have been definitely worse. It's been really hard from my perspective as a player to play. I think the Krieg was even more harder than the AUG one, because at the AUG one it was really city-sided, but that's it. And with the Krieg, the thing is like it was T-sided, but if you do around that city and you just pick up the Krieg, it can be now city-sided. It all depends about who gonna get the most Krieg in the server, you know. So yeah, I will pick both definitely. I'm really happy that it's gone.
Definitely the Krieg meta, I think. I know we had a lot of bad metas in CSGO, like Tech9 and all that in CZ when they were like super overpowered, but I think the Krieg was just like, it was so hard for anybody to fight it. Like if you had an AWP and you met a Krieg, it was still like the Krieg would still have an advantage somehow. So
yeah, the worst meta of course was the SG meta. It was something very, I would say, rude, because you had also an AWP and you had a second AWP basically, which was very fast. You can move, you can one-shot everyone from every distance. It makes so much damage and it was just unplayable. It was so easy to play with.
I think the revolver was kind of bad, even though it was kind of just a week or so. The AUG and Krieg I never liked, but I mean you kind of have to adapt. The Tech9 was for sure the best one. And I never really liked the CZ when you could, like back in the days when you had the AWP and the CZ, because you kind of had like a second gun, and you had like, it didn't take any second like put it out like it does now. Now it takes like 15 seconds to get it out. But I mean, I never really liked that. I think that was kind of too OP.
I mean, I could be very boring here and say the 1 week where they sort of messed up with the AUG. That was a few years ago, though that was just 1 week. I'd say it was probably the Krieg meta, even though I think it kind of was good for us result-wise. The entire game became kind of boring. I mean, you saw top oppers like Device didn't even bother to buy the op because the Krieg was just so much better. It also is a good lesson for all the players, considering the Krieg was actually in the game all the time.
It's definitely the Tech9 meta where people just run around and one-tap people. It was almost not worth buying an AK at one point. Like off on cash, just run around with a Tech9 and get aces all the time. That was definitely the worst because it was $500 and you're just one-tapping AWPs and M4s. So yeah, that was the worst one.
Actually, a lot of things. When this revolver got introduced, it was definitely also overpowered, but I think it got forbidden like real fast.
Yeah.
The AWP back then was crazily overpowered in the beginning, when you could still run really fast and your scope wasn't even like blurred or so. That was but definitely the most. I don't know. It was crazy when the AUG and the SG was like really overpowered and just everyone was just playing it, and it felt like Call of Duty or so. So I don't know. This was really crazy. It's not so. I think it was last year even. That was definitely my least favorite meta. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the other when the revolver or even the Deagle was also overpowered for some time. So crazy things happened there.
No, I'm pretty sure it was the old CZ times. The pistol was so overrated and OP. It's just like you couldn't. It felt like you just can buy this pistol and instantly it's automatically on a good player's hands and good positioning. Just always 2-3 kills. And you know, I don't know. I didn't play that much at the point. I think it was 2015 or something. I wasn't like on a good level on that time, so I was just watching these pro games, and I saw someone just buying CZ, going here and there, and just popping 3 kills instantly, and I was like, "Phew, what is this gun?"
I think when everybody was running on with the CZ, it was pretty annoying, especially like it made the AWPing like really overpowered, because you would have, obviously you have the AWP for the long range battles, and when you got close range you just pulled out the CZ super fast and you had a better weapon than a rifle for close range. So that was yeah, that was just stupid. That didn't make any sense.